Simone Inzaghi's Inter Milan have developed a unique ruthless style of play that sets them apart from typical possession-based teams. Rather than patiently building up play or holding onto the ball without purpose, Inzaghi's men focus on dominating their opponents with aggressive and decisive football, tearing apart defenses with quick transitions and direct attacks. This season Inter have been very impressive and are aiming to go for back-to-back Scudetto titles. Here's how you can replicate Inter Milan's tactics in FC25. Inzaghi is a brilliant pragmatic manager, and so far this season he has preferred to use the 5-3-2 formation. Now this system can alter its structure in certain moments. In one moment whilst defending you might see a 5 at the back, but when going forward and looking to attack and dominate the midfield zones, you might see Inter Milan deploy a 3-5-2 formation, allowing for the two wing-backs to play higher up the field and be very involved in the midfield build-up play. When Inter are looking to attack the opposition with those transitions, you might even see the shape and structure formulate a 3-3-4 formation, allowing for those two wing-backs to play higher up the field and act as natural wingers looking to feed in crosses or cutback opportunities into the box. Now of course, another key factor to how Inter have set up under Inzaghi has been the role of the three centre-backs in the back line, allowing for them to at times break forward and be very involved in the attacking outlets higher up the pitch. This means that in certain moments you might see one of the wider centre-backs in Bastoni or Pavard venturing higher up in order to create successful attacking overloads. Moving on to the Inter Milan team tactics, and they'll maintain a build-up style set to counter. This will consistently allow the two wider players as well as the two strikers up front to try and utilize their speed and their pace in behind in order to try and create those transition attacking movements. Now Inter are not opposed to being able to play out from the back either. You will see the likes of Jan Sommer play the ball into the possession of the centre-backs, who will then look to either drive with the ball further forward, creating successful attacking overloads higher up the field, or potentially collect the ball in those deeper areas and play those line-breaking passes into the midfielders or directly into the attack. Inzaghi's team will often look to rotate the possession in the deeper spaces of their own half. This will invite the opposition's aggressive press onto them before looking to play those line-breaking passes further forward, and also allows for a lot more attacking space to be exploited. By having the opposition flood men forward in order to try and win the ball back higher up the field, it can allow for more space to be exploited by the likes of DeMarco down the left-hand space, and of course Dumfries down the right, and let's not forget the two strikers up front. Now the pragmatic style of play from Inzaghi comes from when Inter Milan are out of possession of the ball. So for the defensive approach, it should be set to high with the line height being set to 65. This can still encourage an aggressive pressing style of play, looking to win the ball back higher up the field, or maybe even just looking to create mistakes in the opposition's back line. If Inter do win the ball back, they can look to quickly transition with the front line and of course the wider players, and even the midfielders looking to add to the attacking elements. But more times than not, you will see Inter set up in a mid-block approach, looking to invite the opposition into the midfield zones before looking to aggressively assert themselves on the opposition players, win the ball back, and then look to progress it higher up the pitch. So this Inter Milan side will look to shape up with a 5 at the back system, allowing for them to maintain defensive stability. As we take a look at the individual player roles, we'll start off at the back with the man between the sticks. Now Jan Sommer will be set to the role of goalkeeper, with the focus being set to balanced. He has proven time and again to be an excellent 1v1 shot-stopping goalkeeper, looking to come out on top when up against the opposition. Now a key feature to Jan Sommer's style of play with this Inter Milan team is his ability to set the tone and the tempo for their attacking outlets. He can look to play it short and into the back line, or he can look to at times switched up a bit more and go with a more direct long ball into the forward line. The three players just in front of Sommer will be Bastoni, Acerbi, as well as Pavard. Now for all three of these centre-backs, they'll be set to the role of ball-playing defender, with the focus being set to build-up. This will encourage that positionless football that Inzaghi is looking to implement for this Inter Milan side, allowing for the centre-backs to step on into the midfield and join up with Çalhanoğlu, Barella, as well as Mkhitaryan higher up the field. The two wider centre-backs are allowed to step on higher up the field and add to the attacking elements in those final third areas. Bastoni as well as Pavard have been seen to deliver crossing opportunities into the box for the forwards, but at the same time as well, they can also look to just collect the ball in those deeper spaces and drive on forward with it. Now Acerbi can do the same, but you would also want and require him to maintain the backline regions. The two wider centre-backs will also have the responsibility of trying to sweep up and protect the space that DeMarco as well as Dumfries leaving behind them, so they'll be looking to successfully defend the wider zones. Now Inzaghi's pragmatic style of football does also require them to maintain that defensive line very effectively, allowing them to block off the opposition shot opportunities and just make sure that they are trying to minimize the attacking threats. For Denzel Dumfries deployed in that right back position, he'll be set to the role of attacking wing back with the focus being set to balanced. The two fullbacks are vital in generating the width for the side, and Denzel Dumfries will be able to get forward and supply a cross or a cutback into the box for the forward line, but you will also see him at times maintain a slightly deeper role and position compared to the left back, as this can allow for Dumfries to show for passes in that earlier build-up play, but also be able to successfully defend down the right-hand space. Whereas for the left back in DeMarco, he'll be set to the role of attacking wing back with the focus being set to attack. This role and focus will successfully allow for DeMarco to almost act as an out-and-out winger in certain moments, allowing him to also supply a cross or cutback opportunity into the box for the attackers, but mainly be slightly higher up the field, looking to always be the outlet ball down the left-hand space. So at times you might see the likes of Inter Milan create a side overload down the right-hand flank before switching the play out wide to the left back, who will then look to take on the opposition fullback, beat him successfully and create an attacking opportunity. Now of course, DeMarco can also drop back and defend, successfully helping formulate that back five system at certain moments, and you will see him successfully defending against the opposition wide players. The defensive midfielder will be Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and he will have the role of deep lying playmaker with the focus being set to defend. This will allow him to be the deepest lying midfield player at times, but you will also see him looking to drop deep and get the ball in those deeper phases of play, allowing him to successfully aid with the attacking build-up play alongside the likes of Bastoni, Acerbi, as well as Pavard. Now with the likes of Çalhanoğlu being able to drop deep and get on the ball, his amazing passing range and ability is utilized in full effect, allowing him to play those line-breaking passes further forward in order to create successful attacking overloads, or potentially just allowing him to dictate the tempo for the side. Çalhanoğlu also has an innate ability to collect the ball in those deeper zones and then drive forward with it, also helping create successful attacking overloads, but also allowing for more space to be generated for the attacking outlets. The left central midfielder will maintain the role of playmaker with the focus being set to roaming, successfully allowing for him to drift all over the midfield and combine and create those quick interchanging passing sequences. Mkhitaryan's role will successfully allow him to contribute to all the different phases of play, whether that's looking to defend on the edge of his own box, win the ball back successfully and progress it further up the field, or potentially looking to add to the attacking elements higher up the pitch, facilitating a cross or an attacking movement in the box for the other players in and around him. Onto the opposite side of the midfield, and Nico Barella will be set to the role of half winger with the focus being set to attack. Barella's natural positioning is always going to be in the half spaces, successfully creating attacking overloads down the right hand side. You will see him in and around those attacking zones, either supplying a crossing or a cutback opportunity into the box for the likes of a Thuram or a Martinez, or even being able to get into those attacking zones himself and create a shot opportunity. Barella will always be involved in the different phases of play, whether that's attacking higher up the field or looking to defend and track back. He will look to successfully win the ball back more times than not, adding to the pragmatic defensive style of play that Inter Milan have produced in certain moments. Up front to your two strikers, and for the left striker in Lautaro Martinez, he'll be set to the role of false nine with the focus being set to build up play. This will see the striker looking to drop off the opposition's backline and drop into the space in between the lines, looking to either receive a pass or link up the play very effectively. Now Martinez is no slouch when it comes to attacking the opposition. He can look to interchange passing sequences before breaking into the box himself and putting the ball in the back of the net. Whereas for the right-sided striker in Marcus Thuram, he'll be set to the role of advanced forward with the focus being set to complete. This will see Thuram looking to use his natural abilities, whether it's his more natural physicality looking to back into the opposition and link up the play, or looking to utilize his 6'4" frame in order to try and win the aerial duels against the opposition back line. The right striker does have a lot of freedom and can look to utilize his pace in behind in order to either make that more direct attacking play or look to run the channels and latch onto those potential long balls that are fired into the wider zones. As we take a look at this Inter Milan structure when in possession of the ball, a solid back three base will be formulated with Bastoni, Acerbi, as well as Pavard sitting alongside the likes of Sommer in those deeper zones. But of course, all three of these centre-backs can venture further forward, with Pavard and Bastoni looking to attack the half spaces, either adding to the attacking elements higher up the field by supplying a cross or a cutback into the box for those attacking players, or they can look to just venture forward with the ball, creating those successful attacking overloads. Let's not forget as well playing those line-breaking passes, all those balls into the channels, in order to try and exploit and expose the opposition's high line. As we move on into the midfield, the likes of Çalhanoğlu and Mkhitaryan will be present in those central areas, with Çalhanoğlu at times being able to collect the ball in those deeper spaces and maybe even playing in a centre-back position every now and then, with Mkhitaryan's role looking to connect the deeper midfield to the rest of the attack and also make sure that the likes of DeMarco isn't solely isolated down that left-hand space, as he will be the main outlet down the left-hand zone supplying those crossing or cutback opportunities into the box, but you do want him to have a bit more connection to the rest of the team, and that will be down to the likes of Mkhitaryan consistently looking to feed the ball into his possession. Whereas as you'll see here, Barella will combine with the likes of Dumfries down the right-hand space, with Barella at times attacking the half spaces alongside Pavard, and Dumfries looking to maintain the width down the right-hand side. Now, for the likes of Thuram and Martinez up front, they'll either look to hold up the play in between the lines and look to successfully link up the play, but also maintaining the focal points in the attack, making sure that at least one of those players is in and around the attacking zones in order to try and latch onto those wide opportunities created from the likes of DeMarco, Dumfries, Barella, or maybe even one of the midfield players. So for Inter's assignments, I haven't changed too much with it. Martinez will be the captain, with Çalhanoğlu and DeMarco being the main free kick takers, and of course Çalhanoğlu from those deeper zones will be able to deliver the long free kicks. The penalties can be left up to Çalhanoğlu or Martinez, or maybe even Marcus Thuram, depending on who's on the field. And as for the left and the right corner kicks, Çalhanoğlu will take the left as he will deliver an in-swinger, and the same can be said for DeMarco, looking to deliver an in-swinging delivery from that right-hand space. The three players to supply opportunities into the box should be Dumfries, who has proven to be a very gifted aerial threat, as well as Bastoni and Acerbi, with Acerbi being the back post runner and Bastoni being the near post threat. And there we go, people. That is how I'd successfully go ahead and replicate and recreate Inzaghi's Inter Milan tactics. Now, of course, it is quite hard to consistently replicate that positionless football, having Bastoni and Pavard and Acerbi play higher up the field. Now, the tip that I would give you is look to play those 1-2 passes with the centre-backs, or look to consistently utilize the L1 button or the LB button and send them on adventurous attacking runs. They will always be able to add to the attacking outlets higher up the field. Anyways, if you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to smash that like button down below, whilst also subscribing if you are new. That would be fan-damn-tastic. And if you would like to join up with the Brom Squad Gaming Discord server, the link for that will be down below in the description. Anyways, until the next time, until the next one, I hope you have a damn great day, and I'm out of here. Peace.